going to show you a model of the technique Circulate with Purpose. If you're experiencing problems such as, I don't know what to look for in students' answers when I circulate, then this technique could be for you. Remember, you can copy the model you see, but you'll probably want to adapt it for your context. If you do adapt it, try to stay true to the features that we think make it effective. These are: first of all, identify the key things such as vocabulary, points, or steps that you want to see in students' answers. Secondly, plan how to capture this information. You could just capture it mentally, or you could have a piece of paper where you do a tally as you go around the room. Thirdly, plan your route around the room so that you can capture as much data as possible efficiently. And finally, gather data, make inferences that inform how you act. I'm going to show you a model now of this technique. Because I'm going to plan how to circulate with purpose, I'll be modelling my thought process. I'm teaching chemistry at the moment, and I'm teaching about ionic bonding. I'm going to set students a task where they need to explain the process of ionic bonding between sodium and chlorine to form sodium chloride. When I circulate, I expect to see vocabulary such as ionic bonding, electron transfer, ion, electrostatic attraction, and octet rule. I also expect to see points such as sodium has 1 outer shell electron, chlorine has 7, and therefore sodium's electron will be transferred to chlorine, and that will form 2 ions, Na+ and Cl-. So I know what I expect to see as I move around the classroom. I then need to plan how I'm going to capture this information. I'm going to have a sheet of paper with the key vocabulary I expect to see. I'm going to tick if I see it and it's used correctly, and cross if it's used incorrectly. This will help me to give feedback later on. I'm also going to plan my route around the classroom. I'm going to start at the front because as I set students off on the task, I want them to know that I'm watching. I will then move around the class and end up at the front on the right-hand side, where students tend to take a little bit longer, and therefore by the time I get there, I'll have something to look at. And finally, I'm going to make inferences and decide how to act. So for example, if I see that students are using the term atom instead of ion, I'll know that I need to clarify the difference.